What's up, YouTube? I got my good friend Kirt out here on the range with me today. Green Beret sniper, champion, national champion at the tactical games, tactical division. And he brought a couple of really cool things out here on the range that I've never seen on this range before, and we want to bring it to you today. Kirt, you got a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, I do.
K-Factor Concepts.
That's the one.
All right.
Brand new.
We'll link that in the description of this show. He brought some things out on the range I've never seen before. The first thing being a can of spray paint. So we will paint the target today for you guys because Kirt brought a can of spray paint.
Not just any spray
No, it's
paint.
high performance. I mean, you would expect that from Kirt anyway. So
Nothing but the best.
the other thing he brought was this unit right here. Would you look at that? This is called an Alien. What's the company actually called?
So Lago Arms.
Lago Arms.
It's a Czech Republic company.
So the Alien is the. Now look, Kirt, I'm gonna need you to speak up.
Okay.
All right.
My bad.
We're on the camera here, buddy.
Yeah.
Now look, what's this thing cost, Kirt?
So they have different kits that will range depending on what you got. So this is called the Creator, right? So this kit right here will run you anywhere from about $6,000 to $7,000.
Okay, about $6,000 to $7,000. You guys know on this channel, we are not interested in accommodating the budget of you poors. We are interested in finding the best pistol that has ever existed on the face of the earth. So if you don't have $6,000 or $7,000 to spend on a pistol, well, you need to figure out something else to do for a living and quit being poor. All right?
Yep.
Comes in a nice case. This is a huge innovation in the handgun space. I've never seen anything like it. So take that unit out, Kirt, and tell people why you've decided to give this thing a shot, man.
Right.
What's new about this thing?
So they've done quite a bit here, right? So the handgun technology has been pretty much the same, you know, with 1911 striker fires. You know, the whole slide reciprocates. And how the trigger mechanism works. So they've redesigned everything from the ground up. So basically this is a piston driven system.
Okay.
Right? So internally you have what looks like a piston and it actuates, and the only thing that moves on this whole gun, as you'll watch, is just this little piece right here. Right? So the only part that moves is this little section of slide. So typically on most 1911 striker fire style pistols, you have the entire upper slide that's moving with the optic attached. So they've reduced the reciprocating mass that is actually reciprocating when you fire this weapon, okay? And what they've also done with that is they've been able to drop where that barrel axis line is. So anyone that shoots a good bit will know you're always trying to get that high purchase on your rifle, on your pistol, as well as your rifle, right? And because you're trying to get that, because as the pistol recoils, it's going to come up because that is going to naturally want to track backwards. So the lower you can get that barrel in line with your hand, the better you're able to control that recoil, because it's going more straight back into your hand instead of over it, which creates that upward motion. So because that barrel has been dropped, you're going to be able to control that recoil a good bit more, as well as the reduction in that reciprocating mass is a pretty substantial drop in recoil, and it's a fun thing to shoot.
And they moved that barrel down. I mean, that's not just like, you know, a couple millimeters.
No.
I mean, that's a legit change. And this is just you just told me about this the other day. I didn't even know anything like this existed. I'm interested too, not only in the reduction of the felt recoil, but how it's going to be, because now your optic is basically just rock solid. It's not moving back and forth with that slide.
That's right.
So have you shot this thing before?
I have not.
I haven't either. So you guys are going to get the first shots from this Alien right here on the 307 Project YouTube channel. All right, let's load it up.
Let's do it.
Let's take some shots with it, see how we like it.
Yep.
You rolling that camera?
Always.
Well, here we go. The first shots with the Alien. What's this company? How do you say that again, Kurt?
Lago Arms.
Lago Arms, Alien. Kurt, I appreciate you letting me take the first shots with it. I mean, I didn't ask you.
No, go for it.
So racking it, so it's a lot different.
Oh yeah.
Because you know you're so used to just being able to reach up here and get good purchase on that red dot, but with this you've got a less surface area to grab to chamber that first round.
Up front as well.
Yeah, coming up front, I think it's almost more practical to rack that first round in from the front. So let's see where this thing's hitting at. Good night! Good night! I mean, for real, man? Good night! That's a game changer right there, son. That's a game changer. I want to feel what it, okay. You barely even feel it when the slide locks to the rear. I was waiting to see what it felt like. You know, with your normal pistol, when that slide locks to the rear, you really feel it.
Feel it.
Because it's so much weight.
That's right.
But with this, man, you can't even hardly tell, dude.
Yep.
Take a few shots with that thing, man.
God.
What's your initial impression?
That's unfair. That's the cheat code right there.
Yeah.
That's a cheat code.
Yeah, that's a game changer right there.
You know, you're used to watching, you know, you're not watching your target focus, right? But you're watching that dot on the recoil come up and down. That dot, you never even lose it. It never even came off that little bitty target we were shooting
Yeah.
there.
Why do you think no one else thought of this?
I guess everybody was just kind of stuck in their ways and was happy with the way guns have been. You know, they've been that way for, what, decades now?
Yeah.
So, you know, to figure out a way to create that piston-driven system and the mechanisms that work with the hammer that falls from the top. You've got a firing pin that may be that long when it strikes, but to create that system that's reliable and functional.
Yeah.
Took some serious engineering, and I mean, they figured it out. They have.
Well, that was going to be my next question. Have you heard anything in terms of reliability, not necessarily in the quality of the components, but just in terms of the reliability of the action of the pistol?
So I haven't heard of any issues. I mean, this is really, really popular in the USPSA world.
Okay.
You know, they even have a specific gun for the USPSA. It's called the limited optics version. And you know, just because of the speed that you can run it, because of the sheer reduction in recoil.
Mm-hmm.
So you're never coming out of your sight picture.
Yeah, exactly.
It's staying in it, and as long as you're practicing good fundamentals, it's.
But it's been around long enough and it's been shot long enough that the action or the function of the pistol
Correct.
has been proven.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Now it's relatively new in the States, but
Yeah.
over where it's from with Lago, yeah, they've been doing this for a while now, and it's.
So what's the trigger set at? Do you know from the factory?
So I
Because that's
believe
a
this
really light trigger press.
It's a beautiful trigger. So it's actually 3.5 pounds, but you wouldn't know that.
No.
It actually feels lighter.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. You got to come from the front. You
gotta
really
come from
do.
the front. And from what I understand, they've even got a new trigger mechanism coming out to drop that down to 2.5 pounds.
And you'll be able to drop that in this pistol?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like our zero is pretty good.
It ain't bad.
Let's I want to do a little accuracy test with this and see how far back Kurt and I can go shooting this thing at our gong down there.
Oh yeah.
So we'll get a little competitive here too. We'll see what happens.
Oh boy.
Hey, I know a lot of you guys get upset about the fact that we have to run advertisements on the channel here, but what I want to do is just be real with you and let you know that we absolutely have to do it, because YouTube demonetizes like literally, we'll just go ahead and say all of the gun content now. So if you continue to want free firearms content on this platform for your enjoyment, the fact of the matter is we have to get paid to produce this content. It costs us money to produce this content. I mean, it's a lot of time. In a single video, we probably have 6 hours of work, from planning to executing the video to editing and producing, uploading, and posting. It's a lot of freaking work, man. So instead of getting mad about advertisements, why don't you think, well, it's a necessary thing, and maybe think about supporting the companies that do spend money with us here at 307 Project and send us out gear to test, and yeah, hopefully you get something from it. But this episode was brought to you by VNSH holsters. I know you guys have seen me using this before in multiple other videos. It is probably the most comfortable holster that I've had, and what I love about it is the versatility of it. It's ambidextrous. It's basically one size fits all. It's got an elastic waistband, so it's highly adjustable for you fats or for you skinnies. You can get dang near, I don't think I've tried a handgun on this holster that I could not fit into that sleeve. It has 2 magazine pouches right here for your spare mags. And it's just a great piece of kit to have around if you have multiple different pistols that you like to carry, and maybe you're just gonna go out of your house and take a little walk or something like that, and you need to throw something on real quick with your running shorts. That's basically how I use it. It's comfortable, it stays in place, and I really like it. I was actually using one of these VNSH holsters before they ever reached out to us to be a sponsor on the channel right here. So you guys go check them out. Right now, if you buy one, they're doing another giveaway for a $5,000 vacation. So if you guys want to be entered to win that, it's a good time to go out and get one of these VNSH holsters. We will attach a link for you guys to go to their site and check them out in the description of this episode. So we appreciate it. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We love you. Let's get back to the show. You know, it's finally nice to have somebody visit the range that has enough money to waste on spray paint. Y'all know we're pretty poor here at 307 Project, and this is going to be a game changer for the channel. Thank you, Kurt.
Nothing but the best for you, Chad.
I mean, I appreciate that, Bubba.
I'll do what I can.
All right, we're just going to start this one at 20. All right, 20 yards. What kind of ammo we shooting, Kurt?
So this is 147 grain from Atlanta Arms.
Okay.
Makes some good stuff.
So it ain't that ammo incorporated. Blake, you may not be able to see this ammo.
It ain't Arms Core?
No, it ain't Arms Core. Nice shot, Kurt. .30 right here. How far you think this thing's gonna shoot?
We're going to get past 50.
Well, God, yeah, we're gonna get past 50. Good night, man. Who do you think I am, Kurt?
Chad shot 150 with his DWX.
Oh, we're going to find out.
All right, there's 30.
Kurt must never watched one of your accuracy tests, Chad.
All right, here we are at 40. Now, y'all know I'm a full-size man, so my steps are a little longer than a yard. So we're probably really about 45 right here. Good shot. .50. We got a darn storm bearing down on us. We're shooting in poor light conditions here.
This is good light.
Good shot.
What was that?
Oh.
What was that? Oh, there it goes. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We got a little bit of something going there. Let's see if that's an empty case. No, that was a round.
Probably a poor grip.
No, I tell you what, I think it needs a little gun oil on it.
It needs a little juice.
Yeah. All right, that was 50.
Yep.
I'm a little shaky today, man.
There you go. We'll work it out.
These storms make me scared, man. I'm shaking like a leaf over
Shake
here.
your legs.
All right, 60.
Here comes that rain.
All right. A little low.
Ooh, I see it.
You lucky you hit that. We only get three chances each. $70 right here. 70 yards in the rain. Nice shot. All right. We're gonna have to pause because of this rain. We'll pick it back up at 70 or 80 here in a minute. That can's at 70. All right, so our review got rained out by a dang turd floater of a rain. And look, man, I ain't got all freaking day to sit around here and make this video for y'all. So we'll pick back up on that accuracy test some other time. Of course, all of you know that I would outshoot Kirt 100%.
Is that a straight face?
YouTube knows that. They've seen me make a 150-yard shot.
Oh, okay. All right.
So,
yeah.
I'm proven.
Right. Okay.
Dude, what's your, you know, what little we shot out there, what's
Yeah.
your consensus on this thing as of now?
Dude, you know, I've shot a lot of pistols in my day. It's very rare when you shoot a pistol and you immediately realize that something is different.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's different. The felt recoil on this gun it's got to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 or 50% less than what I experienced on some very high-end pistols that I shoot with. It's pretty impressive, to say the least. So I'm really excited to get a lot more time on it and really get used to it and all the mechanics, and I can imagine what I'll be capable of when I really start to get used to what its recoil impulse is.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely impressive.
Yeah, I think obviously we both have a lot to learn about the gun, even just in terms of how to lubricate the weapon and you know, all of that stuff.
You take apart this thing, it's like they call it an alien for a reason. I think for good reason, because it is completely. I take this thing apart and I don't know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, it's all new mechanisms.
It's all new mechanisms.
I noticed too with this, and I'm sure it has to do with just the grip angle and the way the pistol's set up. But I noticed too when I was presenting the pistol
that dot was high.
It was taking me a little while to pick that up, and of course that's not a hit on the gun. It's just a different.
Well, it's just like going
geometry.
from a 1911 to a Glock.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
That grip angle is completely different. So when you purchase that grip, it's going to put a different line of sight for that optic. So it's just everyone's got the little weight. So that's why I got to get some good reps on it coming from the holster, so that when I present, that dot's where it needs to be.
Yeah. Well, dude, I appreciate you bringing this out, because I probably would have never had the opportunity to shoot one of these if it wasn't for you, because I just simply can't afford something like this, man. So it's nice to have rich friends And
You know, sometimes you just gotta flex on the pores. You know?
it was really cool, man. Like you said, all new innovation that actually makes a difference.
Yes.
And so it's not every day that you get to shoot something that that has been innovated and changed to that level. So most of the time we're just looking at like, what's the grip texture? What's the trigger like? You know, how's the trigger? You know, do we like the sights? You know, just everything's the same.
Right.
But with this being totally new, that's pretty cool. So,
You know, and it's one thing, you know, you hear a lot of people say, like, most people try to go out and improve their shooting skills by buying better equipment.
yeah,
Most of the time that's better spent on training and time under, you know, tension with a pistol or anything like that. I would be almost willing to say this is one of those things that you can buy that actually might make you a better shooter right out of the box.
yeah.
And
a
that's
good
rare.
point. That's a good point.
That's rare.
Yep. So before we wrap it up, what kind of content are you putting out over at K Factor Concepts? What can people expect? Are we looking at training, gear reviews?
Yeah, so basically it's, you know, it's going to be anything firearms related, fitness related, and food. I think nutrition's a big part of my life, and it's helped me do a lot of things that I'm capable of doing.
Yeah.
So I want to incorporate that. You know, everyone has got their different opinions on nutrition and how it should be done and dealt with, and I've got my ways that have worked for me for, you know, over a decade now. So I'll share that kind of stuff and anything tactical games related, gear related, firearms related, and training related on how I prepare for the tactical games and just, you know, how I've been training, you know, for the past, gosh, since I was little. So
Yep, that's awesome, man. I can't wait to see it grow. You guys go check his channel out, K Factor Concepts. Shoot him a message, drop him a comment, let him know thank you for showing us something new out here on the range, and for bringing the spray paint out. So that's a game changer for you
that was
guys.
free charge.
Appreciate you, Curtis.
No problem.
All right, enough said, guys.